Shalom. First off, we all praise, honor, and glory
unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are learning truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and the confusion the faiths who follow. Really wanted to just do a lesson and speak on a couple things that's happening right now concerning sound doctrine. Before we go into that, I want to get this word sound. Here you go.
So this is a Strong's G5198, and it says to be sound, to be well, to be in good health. And another definition says of Christians whose opinions are free from any mixture of error, are one who keeps the graces and is strong.
Right, complete, free from error. Okay, the whole word, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Not a little bit here and a little bit of there that makes you feel good or is going to make someone else feel good about their day. The point is to deliver the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshai's message in truth and in sincerity.
And there's in the Strong's definitions it says to be uncorrupt.
Right. Uncorrupted, okay? Pure.
Completely clean, not a drop of corruption in it.
Okay.
I've got this precept. Let me get it started.
Go ahead.
This is a book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, and verse, we start from the top.
From 3?
Verse 3, right? It says, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears."
Right, so there's a time right now where we're entering into these last days, well, we've been in the last days, but things are really picking up. And you have a lot of new people coming in to the fold as well, and they're going to be looking, they're seeing all these different camps, they're seeing different doctrines being being taught. So there's a separation. You're going to see a separation between who is really preaching and teaching the true words, the true spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and who is bringing these people in, like the scripture says, through the itching ear, saying things that are pleasant, saying things that people want to hear, not necessarily the things that they need to hear for the correction, for the rebuke, and for the exhortation.
Let me get that definition of sound.
We just got it.
Oh, y'all got it?
Yeah.
Did I get the root too?
No, go ahead and get the root.
It goes back to Hygeus, which says sound of a man who is sound in body, to make one whole, i.e. restore him to health. And then it says metaphorically teaching which does not deviate from the truth.
That uncorruptedness.
Yeah. It's that's what sound doctrine is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's whole. It's you don't need nothing added to it. It got everything that it needs.
No preservatives.
Exactly. I also want to get that itching ears. The definition of itching, it says the definition that applies is the third definition, which is Strong's G2833. Nato. It says desirous of hearing something pleasant.
Yeah.
Kind of going back into that smooth things as well. Certain people are gonna want to hear those smooth things because the sound doctrine is just too much for them. So whoever out there is teaching those smooth things, they will more so flock to them opposed to the sound doctrine, man, which is very dangerous. When this comes to this truth, you don't get to hear only pleasant things, man. Or else it's not sound doctrine,
Right. They say that the word is sharper than a two-edged sword.
Yep.
So it can cut you, it can cut me as well. Cut us daily.
And it says the scriptures are written within lamentations, mourning, and woe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can hear love in there and hear blessings in there, but you know that that's in there. but it was just letting you know what else is written in there in case you didn't know, man.
Yeah.
It's a balance.
It's definitely a balance.
You want more of this, brother?
Where did you get?
That was verse 3. I could read it again. It's 2 Timothy 4:3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Go to 4.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.
Right. People who are giving illusions or leading you down the wrong way. Okay, giving you false hope. Bringing in other doctrines, adding to the word, taking away.
That's why that's why the scriptures tell us to be blameless at the be guiltless at the ministry, be not blamed. Roughly paraphrasing, going into what the brother said as well. With these new younger brothers that are coming in, we got to make sure that we're on point and we're teaching this word accurately, as it says in James. It says the word from above is first pure, easy to be entreated without hypocrisy. So that's how we're supposed to go about for the edifying of the church.
Because at the end of the day, what's on the line? These people's souls are on the line. Our souls are on the line. This isn't a game. This isn't, for show and tell, for the camera, or, for the city, when we're on the highways or whatnot. If it was a game, we'd call it the game of life. Because this is the difference between life and death.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about me or what I want you to think or you or what you want to hear. It's about the Most High's will being done, and His will be done. Just what side are you going to be on? Are you going to be a victim of it, or are you going to be a victor from it?
Okay. Oh, that was it to that.
I'm trying to grab this preset right quick. I just can't seem to find it.
I got a preset. This is a.
1 second.
That's like it.
Dang. This might be it. I thought there was more to it, maybe. Let me see. I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, this is Hebrews 10:38. It says, "Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him." That drawing back is pretty much turning your back on the ministry, not enduring sound doctrine.
Yeah.
It says, "But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition," which is destruction, because that's what will come of that, "but of them that believe to the saving of the souls." And that's what the ultimate thing is. It's about bringing in the elect, through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the right way. It's easy to throw a barbecue and have a bunch of people if everything's free. But it's harder to throw a barbecue and everybody got to pitch in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to do their part. People don't really want to... You're going to have some people come, but you're going to have sincere people that come, which is the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
All right? But trying to... like Paul said again, he said, "We done speaking to you with flattering words." We're not trying to make this thing sound good. We just letting you know what it is. And if it sounds good to you, you have that ear of understanding, man. Like it says, he that hath an ear to hear, that's, dealing with the understanding. Dealing with the understanding of what's being said. That brings music to your ears, it sounds good and then it's proven. So when the other music comes, it's like, nah, I don't know about that, But I just wanted to grab that right quick.
Yeah, this is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. It says, "Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them. For in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee."
Right. Continuing in the true doctrine, because you're going to save yourself, one, and you're going to save the people who hear you, your audience, whether you have a small page on YouTube or a big page, whether you're out there on the highways and cars are just going by, or you got a packed circle around you every time you hit the streets. You're going to save those who are following you by being chaste, by being a faithful servant,
That's it.
by giving the whole complete truth, not sugarcoating, not what's it called, cherry picking,
Mm-hmm.
or being a man pleaser.
Because at the beginning of that, what it said, take heed unto thyself and to the doctrine, you know, and through the spirit. You know, that's what we were talking about before the camera cut on. You know, is you know, analyzing ourselves too.
Okay.
You know, and then what does the doctrine say, and how does this fit into my conversation, and then what am I teaching? Am I teaching the same things that I'm receiving? You know, so and that comes with the territory. If you want to edify, if you want to be proficient in the Lord, you know, so that's something we have to do is first look at ourselves and then look at what the doctrine says, you know. So I just want to make that point. That was it to that, brother.
You got the Romans. Was that it to yours?
Okay.
Okay. That was dope. I think that's the one I was looking for, and I was just trying to put both of those together. You know?
No, yeah, that's why I was like so eager to bring Salaki. I was like,
Yeah,
I
no,
was
I'm
excited.
saying.
But this is
But I know
Romans,
it's like something of the souls, though. You know.
yeah. This is Romans chapter 16, verse 17. It says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them."
Right. It says contrary to the doctrine which you have learned. So if you know that America is going to be destroyed, and you see somebody trying to build up America, you know to avoid them because that's contrary to the doctrine. It's a division. Okay? And this is talking about people in the know. Alright? Of course, we know that the world, but we're not dealing with the world. Let's talk about the people in the know that are bringing in divisions. Alright?
Damnable heresies, the schisms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Read that one more time.
Well, I wanted to get this word mark because it said mark them which cause division, right? And you look up mark, it's scopeo, to look at, observe, and then it says contemplate, which it says look thoughtfully for a long time at. That's just the basic definition of it. And some of the synonyms is regard, examine, inspect, you know, scrutinize, stare at, gaze, even study, you know, survey. So you is all of these people that might be seeming appealing to you, ask, you know, give them a survey, ask them questions. You know what I'm saying? You can't just take it, oh man, look how they all out there in the same matching garments. This ain't no fucking concert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the ministry. This is life or death. To be honest, this is really life or death that we're dealing with. So all of that appealing stuff, man. Hey, this ain't for you. If that's what you looking for, this ain't for you, man.
Quick precept, or is there more to that word?
Ooh, shit. It says to fix one's eye upon, directs one's attention to, and the fourth definition says to look to, take heed to thyself. So
Yeah.
even looking at yourself, but also looking at what you're allowing your mind to be given over to. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to scrutinize and observe and contemplate on these people and what they're saying, man, because anybody can say something that sounds good, man.
Shit.
All right? Shit, if I give you some green tea and dump a bunch of sugar, man, it's good. But if I give you green tea without sugar, it's good for you, but it don't got that sweetness.
Yeah.
You know, so therefore, which one are you going to most likely choose? The one that's dumped with sugar, you know?
Hey, that's going back to that itching ears is pleasant.
Yep.
I actually I'm gonna bring this out. This is 1 John 4:1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world."
Yeah, that's a beautiful point, man. You got to try the spirit whether they're by the spirit. Even us, you know, everyone. When you just like, can you bring up that definition one more time? That was so beautiful and on point, bro. It said something that kind of struck me.
Like lightning. It says to look at, observe, contemplate. You probably won't want to.
No, that was right
Okay.
there. You know, you have to look up, you have to contemplate, you have to examine, study, You know what I'm saying? To see who really does have that correct doctrine. And then the Spirit is going to lead you. If you are truly in the Most High's hands, He's not going to lead you to a straight doctrine. He's going to give you that pure water.
Kind of just to get us, I'm going to jump down to here because it speaks on, you have men that speak of the world and people hear them, and then you have the men that are not of the world but of the Most High, and people hear this not. So this is the summary of it. This is verse 6. It says, "We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. He that is not of the Most High heareth not us."
Right. So if you are of the Most High, you're going to hear that sound doctrine, and you're going to be drawn towards it. Okay, the Spirit's going to pull you in.
Hereby, and this is the point, hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And that comes from, from paying attention to yourself, paying attention to your teachers, and like you said, to scope out, look at, it's like something about that don't sound right.
Yeah, like the apostles always say, go look it up. Don't take my word for it. But then you got certain camps that say, don't go into definitions. Don't go into Hebrew, and don't go into Greek. And like, why are you suppressing the study habits?
Right.
Yeah. When is it wise to not look up something that you don't understand?
Don't look up definitions.
Because the word define in itself means to specify. How can you specify without looking into it?
How can I knowledgeably speak about it if I haven't done my research on it?
If you don't know about it, you know what I'm saying? If you just
describe in detail, that was into that precept, brother.
All right, was that Romans still?
It says, "For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, but their own belly."
Right. They're not doing it to glorify Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It's more of an internal thing. Maybe they want to be a superstar. It's vain at the end of the day. All right, it's a vain act. The whole point of us even doing this is to what? To glorify Yahweh Shem Yahshai. So that His doctrine, so that the Most High and His Son can be set on high. They're coming back to do what? To take over the world. Chico and everything in it. But no, in all seriousness, the Most High and His Son, they're coming back to set this place aright. And it's our job as men of the Lord to prepare the way. And in order to do that, we have to take ourselves out of the equation and align ourselves in the spirit, in the mind, in the physical with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And if you're doing it for anything other reason than that, then it's vain. If you're doing it for your own glory so that you can get a name or so that you can get followers, then you're in the wrong spirit.
Hey, for example, Yahushua. That's a perfect example. He didn't speak things in flattering words. And what was that one scenario, not scenario, that one epistle that you brought out, as far as when Yahushua was feeding them, he had people following him. But when he stopped feeding them, he had people that started dispersing, man. So it's the same with this truth. It ain't going to rub you the right way all the time.
They was there for that chicken and beer.
Yeah.
So it says, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
Read that one more time.
Here I start. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly. And by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
By good words and fair speeches, they deceive the heart of the simple. The people, that's really in these times, the people that are just coming in, that they may have a inkling or a notion that, hey, I might be an Israelite. Or I've seen these Israelites. What are they on? And right then they're malleable. They don't really know what's sound doctrine and what's not sound doctrine. So they can be led away. Okay, but if they're of the Most High, they're gonna see and they're gonna recognize, it's something wrong about this guy. Something's kind of off, or man, they going hard over there. I kind of got offended, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Right.
Because what did the scripture say? Blessed is he that is not offended in me. You might you hear something that, you know, kind of takes you aback. But when you do the research, like, oh, well, that's kind of what it is. Okay. And you will respect that person for telling you what it really was, opposed to trying to bird feed you or sugarcoat you or just tell you something nice to win you over. We're not trying to win people over to us. It's, you know, to Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
I looked up that fair speeches. It says, the second definition, it says, fine discourse, polished language. In a bad sense, language artfully adapted to captivate the hearer, fair speaking, fine speeches. And it reminds me of polite. Now. But you see that?
Yeah.
Like, he's not, you know, within his fold, but it shows you that the way that a person speaks can, you know, captivate the hearers, you know, lure people in. You know what I'm saying? That's why, what do people want us to do? Why y'all cussing with the Bible? Well, whether we was cussing or not, you still wouldn't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? You just want a reason to not have to do what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why, you know, through the Spirit, we you know, we serve raw veggies, man. You know, we not about to saute them and salt. No, you take this salad, you know, get that fork, you know. No, we ain't got no wrench, all right? We got lemon juice. Put some lemon juice on there. This is a nice meal for you, you know. We ain't about to, yeah, hell yeah, you can eat a whole salad. You dump a bunch of ranch on it. That makes the salad, it distorts the salad, man. The purpose of it, you know.
Can I run this quick precept, Dr. Shaw?
Hold on 1 second. Because it said deceive the hearts of the simple. Okay, I'm good.
Kind of just real quick. You know, based off what you were saying, this is 2 Peter chapter 2, in verse 19. It says, while they promised them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For of who a man is overcome, the same is he brought into bondage. You know, so the things that you, like you said, whatever you give your mind over to, that's pretty much you're going to be subject unto it. You know, so that's why it's good to take heed, put that scopeo on if you truly desire learning. Because you can fall into Egyptology, you can fall into Islam if you're not paying attention to the ordinances of it. You just, it sounds good, but like these things could lead to more and more evil. If you don't look into them, then by the time you're into that evil, it's too far. It's too late, man.
Yeah, that's why they be doing subliminal messages and stuff. It's like stuff you constantly see, and it's just in the back of your head. So then, when it comes to the forefront, you just kind of think it's normal. You know, they understand just dealing, you know, with how, you know, the acceptance of things. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the devil will come to you, hey, this the wrong thing to do, but let's do it. Like, nah. He gonna, you know, you seen how the serpent talked to Eve? What? Man, he just don't want you to have more knowledge.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Come on, man, I got you. Let's have a study session. You know? And then you get to the point where you like, dang, this do sound pretty good. Yo, add on. Like, check this out. You know, oh shit. You know?
I looked up that word temptation the other day, and it's pretty much to entice one to sin. You know, so it's, you know, trying to persuade you to go off. You know, that that devil on your shoulder.
Man. All right.
Is that into that? Okay.
So getting to Titus, the point is in 9. I'm gonna kind of breeze through 7 and 8. You know, just giving characteristics. But this is Titus 1:7. It says, for a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayer.
And yeah, that really was the point, you know, holding fast to the sound doctrine that you were taught, that, you know, by the use of that, you can convince the gayer, you know, the people who may the gainsayer.
Yeah,
The saying
I was gonna let you have it, but
Salaki.
I'm gonna have to use that.
The same gayer.
You can convince this gainsayer by saying yeah.
That might not be.
Yeah. But the gainsayer, you know, and that's beautiful, but you have to have those characteristics.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be patient. You have to really be under yourself and in tune with your star player, because that's winning over a soul.
Yeah. Well, like you brought out, you know, the guys popping up on your shoulder, both of their job is to convince you to do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
One is on the left and one is on the right, you know. So us being on the right hand side is telling us to do it by sound doctrine. You don't need to water it down. You don't need to, you know, use flattering words. You know, you teach, you preach, man. You preach it as it is. You know, we're not gonna not tell you that Esau is the devil. No, we're gonna make sure you know that. We're gonna make sure you know America's gonna be destroyed in the Third World War. We're gonna let you know these things. We're not gonna suppress them and put them at the back, you know, in the background just to keep your attention. Like, no, this is the saving of souls, so it's important that you know, because the scriptures say, by the terror of the Lord we persuade men. Yeah. All right, so that's convincing the gainsayers as well, man, because we didn't know that side. All we knew was Jesus and love, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know that the Lord would really bust your head, you know.
Yeah.
It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially Salakia, especially they of the circumcision.
In the know.
Yeah, and that unruly, it means not made subject, unsubjected, that cannot be subjected to control, disobedient.
Right, you can't that subject is under the rule. So you're not playing by the right rules. You're not, how do I want to put this?
You're just out of order.
Yeah.
You know, you out of order. And that's why a lot of people want to put themselves in certain positions, because they get to do what they want, man. All right. But it also said vain talkers, which means an idle talker, one who utters empty, senseless things. All right. So at the end of the day, it's vain. It's empty. It's nothing. It's not going to hold any value. Like your dollar right now, it has value. But once they switch over to the new currency, it's not going to hold any weight. And that's why the dollar is how it is now, because it has no value. It has nothing to establish it. You know, they took away the Gold Standard Act and everything. So now you just pretty much have physical credit. All right? Because if you need it, they can just print you more off. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to make motherfuckers sell out. They don't think like, damn, these niggas just really just print all of this money off. Like, yeah, you can make a bunch of motherfuckers sell out. Like it spoke about filthy lucre. You know what I'm saying? The monetary situation, like, bro, like that ain't nothing to them. Yeah, they got your soul. And that's what the scriptures say. What if a man lose his soul, gain the whole world, but lose his soul?
Okay.
Like now you can get these things that you always wanted, or these things that's pleasant unto you. All right, be looked at in the light and being famous or whatever, but they can just print more money off and steal more souls, bro. And then switch the currency on your stupid ass the next day. Like, they got your soul and you got nothing, you know? That's, hey, endorse sound doctrine, man.
Right.
That's it.
Like I said, you know, the brother mentioned the circumcision, the ones in the know. So this is verse 11. It says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
For that money, for that cheddar.
You know?
You know, it said subvert whole houses. You know, you could have somebody that's on the right path really trying to do their thing, and then, you know, you get paid off, and then, oh, well, no, you don't. Come on, brother. You know, and you can bring them in, and then turn them. Now, they getting destroyed with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how really serious this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you want to cater to women. Now you done got a whole bunch of women in your congregation, and now it could be adultery going on in the church or whatnot, or you know, just it's a very slippery slope that you don't want to go down.
Yep. That's a verse. When you get to etymology of it, it says that, to corrupt morally or by intemperance or sensuality. Pretty much to destroy them morally, man. You know, and that's why scriptures tell us, give no offense that the ministry be not blamed. So when we teach this word, we're teaching pureness. We're not teaching, you know, to get a large congregation. We're teaching that this word may be put out, not to destroy you or to have you believe in something you don't want to believe in. You know, this is the truth. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. If you do, you do.
You don't believe it, you don't receive it, you don't believe it.
There you go.
This is verse 12. It says, one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, the Cretans are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. And I believe that slow bellies goes into like pleasing themselves. Labor, which one who ought to perform.
So you go into the word, bellies. The definition is a glutton, a gourmandizer, a man who is as it were all stomach. So, it sounds like greedy of gain.
Was like I said, slow belly. That's slow. It says free from labor, at leisure, lazy, shunning the labor which one ought to perform. You know, and that shunning is what persistently avoid, ignore, or reject. So they just, you know, they not doing it right. All right, they're being lazy with it. You know, taking the easy way out or whatever, pleasing themselves. Because when you're dealing with sound doctrine, you gotta study to show yourself approved. So you gotta go into words, you gotta go into definitions, you gotta go into history, you gotta read, watch, and pray. You know, you gotta fast. This is all dealing with sound doctrine, everything that comes with it. You know. All right, so it says, this witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth.
Yeah, let it be known. You know, hey, look, that's not what it means. That's not what you're talking. That's not what the scripture is saying. You know, so it's the defense of the gospel at that point.
Yeah, and like I said, the commandments of men, that's how, you know, people get into man-pleasing. When you go back and really read when the Lord was on the scene, well, a little bit before, I would say, it was just traditions of men. Those was commandments of men that they were keeping. So when the Lord came on the scene and he was doing things the right way as it was written, they like, hold up, man, who this dude right here? You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing things that are ways of old that they changed and made it the commandments of men, all right, after their own traditions. You know, where they said, I forget, you know, roughly paraphrasing, but it spoke about how they would look more towards the tights, receiving the tights, opposed to, you know, individuals honoring their mother and their father, I believe. You know, so they was like polluting the law pretty much. All right, and that's why there was known wicked scribes and wicked Pharisees, man. All right, because if they all was righteous, then they wouldn't have been trying to have them not teaching the name.
Right.
They would have been teaching with them. But it was affecting their traditions of men. It was affecting the ways that they was running things. All right, because you got to remember that was coming out of the Greek. You know, where motherfuckers start selling out and being given license to sin, and they was cool with it. You had men, of course, the Maccabee family fighting them off, and then that transitioned into the Roman Empire, where we was cool. you know, with them for the most part, paid tribute, but we still had high priests and things of that nature, but they was, you know, pretty much paid off for the most part. So it wasn't sound. All right, the way things was running, it wasn't whole, man. They was just doing things just like the churches do. You know, and you should be able to go to, people be like, I gotta find a church home. Well, they all teaching the same thing. You should just be able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
There goes back to people who just wanting to hear what's
Yeah,
good to them.
yep, them itching ears, man. It says, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Right, you couldn't even if you gave it to them in the best manner possible. If it's not for them, they're not going to understand it.
Yeah, you can douse that salad with ranch. I don't eat green stuff, like you know, but it got a lot of ranch on it.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't eat kale. I don't eat spinach. Where the chicken at? You know, it says
All type of seasonings on it.
man. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know.
That's deep. It says their mind and their conscience is defiled. So, if your mind is gone, if Satan has a hold of you and has a hold of your mind, you're done. You're through. It's defiled. It's not. It's impure. It's
Pure means unmixed. It says unmixed absolutely, entirely. You know, so there's no with this truth. Like it says in James, this truth is pure. It's pure from above. Okay, the doctrines of the world. When you do your research on certain things of this world, it's not pure. They're subject to variableness, man. They're subject to change. This truth doesn't change. You know, it is what it is.
Like when you go in, because it said, but even their mind and conscience. So the conscience, I mean mind. It says one of the definitions. I just don't want to read all of them, but they're pretty much the same. It says, reason in the narrow sense as the capacity for spiritual truth, the higher powers of the soul, the faculty of perceiving divine things or recognizing goodness and of hating evil, the power of considering and judging soberly, calmly, and impartially, a particular mode of thinking and judging, i.e. thoughts, feelings, purposes, desires. So, like I said, to the unbelieving is nothing pure but even their mind. So their thoughts, their judgments, you know, the way, because that word goes back to knowledge too. So the things that they know, all right, and the conscience, right? It says the consciousness of anything, the soul as distinguishing between what is morally good and bad, prompting to do the former and shun the latter, commending one, condemning the other. So it's that balance, you know. That's that. I believe that's in. I know it's in Sirach, I believe. Say he have set, you know, fire on one side and water on the other side. Choose what you're gonna deal with. All right. So when it comes to dealing with your mind and your conscience, you know what's right and you know what's wrong. But depending on what you're establishing or what you feed your spirit, dang, it remind me of the wolves, man. Where it got the, man, let me see. Yeah. I don't know what's the proper name for them. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Where it talks about, you know, which one are you going to feed?
Oh yeah.
You know, which one? Hang on, what's the? Yeah, okay. Just grab this right quick. Hopefully, it just comes right up. And of course, hey, it's 1:44. Call all y'all about Shem Shai. All right, this is just going too crazy right now. I just want a simple situation. But let me see. It might be on the image. All right, never mind. But yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it showed like a white wolf and a black wolf, and pretty much it represents the good and the bad. It kind of represents those, you know, popping up on the shoulder. All right, which one are you going to be convinced by? You know, that's the importance of it. Is you going to give over unto the good, or you going to give over unto the bad? You know, that's why I said, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. You know, so you pretty much getting over to the bad because all these pure things are not pure to you. So you're going to basically allow Satan to have your soul, man. Okay? Because then it say they profess that they know the Most High, but in works they deny Him. Right? Because you know, because you're being fed these Jewish fables and these commandments of men. All right? Because you got to, and speaking about not enduring sound doctrine. It says, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate, man. So you know, which is void of judgment. So therefore, you're not even caring about good works. You're just, I'm gonna do what I want to do, pretty much. All right, you're giving over unto the evilness, so to speak. You know, being wicked, man, just following after the masses. That's where the sacrifice comes in. When you gotta look stupid in front of the world. Yeah. All right, but then waiting on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and embracing the world looking stupid before you, which is what's happening now with the things manifesting, man. For years we've been out there screaming and looking crazy and sweating, and, you know, being shot at, getting into scuffles and you know, hitting that boiling point, dealing with scoffers and all of this. But now you realize we're a lot more relaxed and laid back because the Lord he's doing a mighty work, man. All right, he's showing, hey, for lack of better words, he's showing his ass, you know, with all due respect. He's showing like they wasn't lying, they wasn't tripping, you know. So we just gotta what? Continue and endorse sound doctrine, man. That's it. Any brothers had any more points?
That's it.
Close out, man.
Alright, with that being said, we give all praise, honor, and glory
unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakar,
Double honors to the apostles and notice the GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are learning truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and confusion of faith who follow. Shalom.
Shalom.